Distress is that discomfort we feel like we don't want to continue. We are out of strength. Or when we are sad, annoyed or angry about something specific. And it's normal, because we quickly get over it. And if the days go by and you find that the downturn does not disappear, then the situation that has caused you this slight discomfort has already passed to distress you. Distress is a toxic emotion that causes us discomfort, makes us uncomfortable. It depresses us, sinks us, and forces us to remain in the place of regret, of complaint, of pain, sadness, and despair. The longer we spend in this state, the more toxic this emotion will become. Now let's talk about the ways distress affect on your life. 5 ways distress affects your life. 1. Distress changes your vision, the way you feel. This is how you interpret reality. So what distress does is prevent you from seeing the positive side of every moment of adversity or pain that you go through in your life. It makes you only see the negative side of the bad things that happen to you, and thus condition you from a place of pain and suffering, clouding our vision and experiencing everything from a pessimistic vision, and thus conditioning our life. 2. Distress changes the way you listen. Since our mind is plagued with negative and pessimistic thoughts, we see everything from that point. Everything that happens to us, from a simple bad answer to the loss of something insignificant, can cause us distress. 3. Distress changes the way you talk. Generally, people who are in that toxic emotional state tend to reaffirm words to themselves like, "I'm worthless, I am useless, I will have to live with it," and things like that. 4. Distress puts in danger our future. Since we are so discouraged to move forward, we feel powerless to achieve our goals. And as a consequence, we are afraid of the future because we no longer feel capable of achieving the goals we had set for ourselves. For being reaffirming with negative words, telling us we can't, that we are not worth, that we are not able to achieve our goals. When we feel confused, we feel that life has no meaning. Reason why we wonder why continue. And from that state of pain we complain and feel that there is no future, that problems and pressures overcome us. We must focus on the good of the present. And let's never forget that better is yet to come. 5. Distress affects your interpersonal relationship. Since we come loaded with many negative experiences, many failures and pain, all that bad energy we usually want to unload on people close to us, people who usually want to help us. But the biggest problem arises when the distressed person isolates himself from the rest. Without getting dressed, without going out with his friends, without having a good evening with his friends due to distress. Enjoy a good meal. When you start to lose touch with the outside world, then he isolates himself and creates negative thoughts. And it does not stop there. It feeds back more and more with more negative thoughts. We have been talking about how anguish affects our lives. Now let's talk about what we can do to fight it and thus be happier. First, express yourself. But you must do it with the intention of getting out of that toxic emotional state. Talk about the things that upset you. Talk to someone you trust. Second, access to your memories. Find all the difficult situations you have been through in life. And how have you overcome them? Consider that as one more situation. And like all the others, you will get over it. The decision following will allow you to face any situation that arises, because you have to use the victories of the past as proof that you can do it. In the same way, you have to know that there are memories that are already unuseful. You don't need them. It no longer serves you to see them every day, because every time you do it, you dive back into the pain you went through. You can choose what things remember and what not. Choose which memories your mind clings to.